All right, thanks for joining us today. We are looking at the Fast Forces for the upcoming Fantastic Four set. There are 6 characters in this set. We have She-Thing, Ghost Rider, Black Panther, Wolverine, Hulk, and Spider-Man. We are going to look at just 2 of them, the 2 that I think are the standouts just at the first look over. The image quality on this video is going to be based on this Wizkids preview, so it's going to be a little bit blurry. So anything that's hard to read that we're looking at today, I try to also type in for you. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. The 2 we're going to look at are Hulk and Ghost Rider. Their sculpts look pretty cool, and we're going to dig into what they can do. Hulk is coming in with Fantastic Four and Monster keyword. He's number 2 of the starter set, or not the starter set, but the Fast Forces. He has a trait which gives him super strength. When Hulk makes a close object attack, modified damage an additional +1, protected outwit. We're not going to dig into that in the examples today, but that's pretty cool. He gets the additional +1 to his object attacks. With traded super strength, he can pick up heavies, which gives a +2, and now his trait will give that a +3. Light object is usually +1, now it's a +2. Team him up with somebody that can make objects, and he can have an ongoing supply of things he can pick up. He has a special speed power. In this part, we are going to focus in on some examples today. Special speed gives him leap climb, also gives him free, improved movement, elevation, and hindering. Roll a d6, move up to the result. You'll notice that he has the Underworld team ability, which allows him to carry passengers if they share a keyword with him. So put him on a Fantastic Four or Monster team. He can carry 1 passenger that has those keywords. If it's a lower point characters, he can carry 2. Hulk comes in at 75 points or 50 points. Today we're going to look at him at the 75 point value in the examples. He also has the Fantastic Four team ability. At 75 points, he has a 10 speed with the special speed power, a 10 attack, 18 defense, invincible, and 4 damage on his top dial. On click number 2, he moves down in speed, moves up 1 in attack, moves down 1 in defense, moves up down 1 in damage. So he moves into a 9, 11, 17, 3. If you do play him at the 50 point value, he starts with an 8 movement charge, 11 attack, 17 defense with invulnerability, and a 3 damage. For 75 or 50 points, those are some good stats. Some of them are a little bit lower than what you might see on other Hulks, but he is a low-cost character. I do like him at the 75 point value, and you'll see why in the examples today. He ends out his dial with sidestep and toughness. The other character we're going to look at today is Ghost Rider. He has the Fantastic Four, Marvel Knights, Midnight Suns, and mystical keywords. He is coming in with 2 traits we're going to look at today. His first trait is when Ghost Rider hits with a close attack, until your next turn, other friendly characters with the Fantastic Four keyword can use exploit weakness. So giving out exploit is a good thing. That can give you some penetrating damage for your teammates. So if you lead with Ghost Rider or he lands that close attack after his other trait, then he gives out the exploit to his teammates. Put him on a Fantastic Four theme team, and all those keywords of Fantastic Four get the exploit. His second trait, and this is the one we're going to look at today in detail, is Passenger 1, but only to carry characters with the Fantastic Four keyword. It also allows once per turn when Ghost Rider is carried and placed adjacent to 2 or more opposing characters. After resolutions, he may make a close attack. So that part is really good. he's coming in at 75 points or 50 points. Those two traits are worth that point value. So if he is carried and ends up being placed next to two or more opposing characters, he can make a close attack. So anytime you can get extra attacks is a good thing. Have it traded is even better because then it cannot be outwit. He has a special attack power that's on his top two clicks or top three clicks at 75 points and his top click on 50 points. We can't see all the text because of the way Wizkids has the images with the cards overlaid, but it appears to say penetrating, psychic blast, improved, targeted, hindering. When making a ranged attack, if Ghost Rider's line of fire crosses hindering terrain, modify attack and damage +1. I think that's what those words that are cut off would say, which is pretty good. He starts with a 5 range single target. He has the Fantastic Four and Mystics team ability. He starts at the 75 point value with an 8 movement run-in shot. So that would cut to 4, and the 5 range gives him a 9 reach. He has an 11 attack, which is good on his special attack power. He comes in with a 17 defense, invulnerability, 3 damage on that 75 click with no powers on that damage. For 50 points, you get almost the same stats. He just drops down 1 on the attack, so it's an 8 movement run-in shot, 10 attack with the special attack power, 17 defense, invuln, and 3 damage. On his last 3 clicks, he is moving into plasticity, poison, toughness, and exploit weakness. So the way you could use him is to take advantage of his trait, get him in close, he takes some hits, or if you start him at 50 points, you can push him the second turn to get him onto plasticity, close combat, poison, so all the up close powers. All right, but really the way I would use him is I'm going to try to take advantage of that trait and have him and Hulk work together, the two we looked at today. Ghost Rider has the ability to carry somebody through his trait, and Hulk also has the ability to carry somebody through his team ability, Underworld. Okay, so let's take a look at those examples. Let's take a look at what you can do then in battle. So the first example we have here, Ghost Rider is going to be the blue circle and Hulk is going to be the other blue circle. Ghost Rider has a G and Hulk has an H. Our opponents are 5 squares away, represented by the orange circles. They have an O and an X. On this example, we are going to focus in on Hulk's special speed power and Ghost Rider's trait, in addition to some of Ghost Rider's powers. Okay, so on this one, we would start with Ghost Rider making a ranged attack. So right from where he's at, he can take the shot on the opposing character O. After that, Hulk rolls for his special. We're going to say that he rolls a 4. He carries Ghost Rider since Hulk has the Underworld team ability. Now look at the way that that's worded. It's just a move up to the result. When you carry somebody, what it does is it modifies your speed value by -1. The speed value is the key there. So things like sidestep, that's why carrying and sidestep doesn't affect how far you can move, because sidestep is simply move. It doesn't look at your speed value at all. This special speed power also is just move up to the result. It doesn't reference your speed value at all. It is looking at the result of the single D6 roll. So you can move and carry as long as you can take advantage of the Underworld part to get the carry passenger for Hulk. So in this one, since they both share the Fantastic Four keyword, Hulk can carry Ghost Rider. You'll notice he placed him adjacent to 2 characters. So now Ghost Rider trait can kick in and he'll do his close attack. So that's a potential of 6 damage so far. After that, Hulk hasn't taken any costed actions yet. He can follow up with a close attack of his own. If Ghost Rider hits with his close attack, you'll remember his other uh, trait kicks in and he gives exploit to Hulk. So then that could be a potential for 6 damage from Ghost Rider and 4 penetrating damage from Hulk. All on one character is pretty good. Alternatively, you could activate Ghost Rider's trait against the other opponent. So the X circle, you could attack there if you didn't need all that damage to go into the O opponent. The other one we're going to look at today, we have placement where the opponents are a little bit further away. And we're going to see a second way you can use these characters together. Now, these are only 2 that I picked. There are a ton of different ways you can use this, so you can dig into it yourself, figure out some other ways that these can be combined. Okay, on this one, Ghost Rider is going to start with his run and shot, and he's going to carry Hulk with through Ghost Rider's trait where he has Passenger 1. So again, that run and shot, it would be an 8 speed, which gets halved to 4. The -1, since he's carrying, gives him 3 movement. So he's going to move 3, makes that shot 5 away on opponent O, placing Hulk there in front of him to the diagonal. Then Hulk rolls for his special. On this one, we're going to say he just gets a 2. Hulk's going to carry Ghost Rider like before. He is going to place him adjacent to 2 opposing characters. And then Ghost Rider can let his trait kick in. He'll make his close attack. And then Hulk can use his move action, since he hasn't been given any costed actions yet, and he can carry Ghost Rider back out of range. So with that, he would be a 10 movement, -1 since he's carrying, and that would be a 9 speed value. So on that example, we had a potential for 6 damage just from Ghost Rider, and we use Hulk as the taxi and then run back away. So you don't necessarily have to keep Ghost Rider up there tied up. You can use the ability of Hulk and Ghost Rider, their carries, their free move on Hulk. You can use that to move people in and then run them away. That I always like that on characters. You could land your attacks, hopefully KO with that 6 damage. This is only 150 points if you play them both on 150. I would team them up with some Fantastic Four characters that can perplex up, so you get the most out of those that free attack on Ghost Rider. So if you know you're going to be taking advantage of multiple attacks from a character, usually you want to try to get the highest damage value you can. So there's a couple Fantastic Four figures out there now that are modern that have Perplex. I'd team these guys up with some of those, Perplex up Ghost Rider, try to KO, and then you can move away. Overall, I am impressed with these 2 out of the Fast Forces set. In the examples, I like the way they work together, and those are just 2 quick examples that I could come up with. As I think about it more, I'm sure I can work them onto some different scenarios and expand the strategy you can use with them. So I am looking forward to picking up the starter set to get these 2, and I'm going to look into the other characters in there and check out those videos when we put them out. Thanks for watching today. Let me know in the comments below how you plan to use these characters and what other ones in the starter set you see some potential in. Thanks. Check it out. If you dig what we do, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.